Okay, property acquisitions. Okay, 8.5 acres. And I know was one of the questions from the audience here regarding Coastal Ridge Preserve. That's something that we acquired. We're going to get into those projects there. 8.5 acres named Coastal Ridge Preserve. There's some of the planning process that we had there. We have a lot of the cleanup efforts we have with the community there. We actually even had Congresswoman Salazar, looking at the plans as well. We're trying to seek any type of federal funding as well. So Coastal Ridge Reserve, we developed a master plan where we have a couple of educational pavilions there, a trail where it's more important for us also to have that reforestation of those projects there. But then more importantly, recently we talked to our friends from Zoo Miami putting a potential bat house on the southern pavilion area there. And we're really excited about that. We actually coordinated with Zoo Miami, and they actually put little listening devices out in the trees. And a lot of different bat species. They did have what we call a flyby or a buzz the tower, like from Top Gun, of the bonneted bat. They heard it. It wasn't roosting there, but it did a flyby. So they were really excited about that. So are there bats out there? Yep. So we want to make sure that we want to try to make that a nice educational feature. So our vision there is to have that bat house there, and in turn, I said, man, it'll be great to have a little web camera there. Hey, let's see the bats fly out at night and what have you. So that's going to be kind of cool there. So that's something that we're working closely as we go through the process there. But I think phase one, going back to the question that we have from the audience, is what's going on there now? Well, right now, I can tell you that we just approved a vendor to remove all the invasive trees. When I say all the invasive trees, it's going to be like almost every single tree there. That's there. It was something that we approved during the council meeting about a couple months ago. We researched the contract. In fact, one of their biggest customers is Miami-Dade County Eel Property. So we're actually finalizing the contract now. We're going to have a big project sign out on Old Cutler Road. The mayor doesn't know it yet, but we're going to be filming a nice public information video as well with the mayor to understand that before we even start removing, because when that process starts, it's going to be completely level. Let me repeat that. It's going to be completely level. I mean, there might be a handful of trees that are left. That's how much invasive trees that are out there. So we're going to be working closely with Miami-Dade County Durham. We have all the permits. We also work closely with South Florida Water Management because there's some wetlands adjacent there. So I could tell you, I would say if I'm guessing, looking at the timetable that we have, I would say within maybe the next 30 to 45 days, you might see some action there. And you'll know when it's coming. You'll see it because my phone's going to be ringing off the hook. What? They're building a new development. They're building a road. What's going on? It's going to be a 20-story building. No, it's going to be cleared. It's going to be cleared. It's going to be cleared. So that's going to be part one is that phase, which, by the way, is being funded in part by Florida Department of Environmental Protection, FDEP, $250,000 grant, and we're matching $250,000. So it's a $500,000 project. Part of it was for the planning phase, the development master plan, and the second part was to remove the invasives. Now, added, we're also working with Miami-Dade County through Commissioner Cohen-Higgins' office, securing an additional $250,000 grant through the county to help with the restoration efforts, for tree plantings there and what have you. Not only that, we're also applying for different types of grants to show the vision that we have there to start, building a lot of the trail, a lot of the pavilions, the bat house, the parking lot there. So we are constantly looking for additional grants. But this step here is going to be the project sign, informational video, and then you're going to see that contractors go to town there. We also have a little hot spot there for arsenic, believe it or not, right around that graphic there around the potential bat house that we still have to deal with after we remove all the trees. So there's going to be some soil remediation that's going to be going on there as well, because that property there, when you look at the aerials back in 1930s, that area there, right around the bat house there was an old shed there that had all the stored chemicals. And there's a lot of elevated, again, that word arsenic, for us as well. So that's something that we're going to be remediating, but it's not going to hold up the tree removal and invasive tree removal part as well. But we're also excited because right next to that property, there's over 130 acres of South Florida Water Management District that we're working with our friends from Miami-Dade County, that they received a National Wildlife Fish Foundation grant in excess of $400,000 to do a big master planning of that. So the folks that have been following this project here for the longest time are going to see the big master plan phase that Miami-Dade County is going to be doing as well. And we're going to try to obviously, be very active participants because our residents have been out there with a lot of sweat equity and planting and plucking the weeds and what have you. So we want to make sure that we continue that vision and we're involved with the county's master planning phase there as well. So again, we purchased this property several years ago, $1 million an acre, so $8.5 million. So as the mayor Mirabal has mentioned, we put our money where our mouth is. So now we want to make sure that we get some assistance as well from the counties to make it a nice big regional impact there. So again, takeaways that hopefully within the next 45 days, you'll see the contractor on site to start removing the invasives there.